how much work would it be at this point in the edit to change it to be like educating Mark or educating Lewis or educating Rita? Like, this is a nightmare.
Hey everyone, welcome to season 2 of Educating
Her, Tina. We're really glad to be back. If you didn't catch Educating Tina season 1, let's introduce it. My name's Matt. I'm a professional photographer and photography teacher, and Tina's a professional makeup artist and beauty blogger who is now a photography student. So the series is all about what the whole channel is about, actually, getting your gear out and actually shooting, learning by doing and getting out of your comfort zone to try new things and develop your skills.
Definitely.
So in season 1 of Educating Tina, we went through all of the different technical aspects and ISO and exposure and a bit on composition, and you got your gear.
and I got Nikki.
Yes, her D7100. And we also traveled around a fair bit and did a couple of different travel challenges for it along the way.
This is the Holocaust Memorial. We spent half an hour there at least, and she tried to get a few different shots there with an infrared filter. Next up, we are getting closer to Magic Hour, and there we are right in the thick of it.
See my hands? Okay, so if I move them fast.
Lenses are the topic of today's video.
And the background's lit by sunlight, and then you light the person with your flash. They're going to look a little bit cool.
Here are a couple of images from the first setup. We'll discuss these more at the end of the video. Here's 2 samples showing you the difference with and without the reflector. I stepped up.
I'm gonna drop this fucking camera.
On a strap. Today's video, we're talking about accessories.
So what were some of your highlights from season 1?
Oh, season 1. I think my favorite episode was when we went to Hong Kong and we were playing with shutter speed, I believe.
Yep.
And I think we were in Mongkok and it was so busy, and I had to stand there in the center looking at a tripod, being really still whilst everyone was walking around me.
Feeling a
And
little bit crazy.
yeah, you made everyone disappear, so that was pretty cool. So what about you? What was your favorite?
Well, it's hard to go past the weekly challenge of trying to get you to sing. It's time for educating.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
But for me, it was also travel, actually. It was when we did the travel challenge in Berlin. So heaps of fun in season 1, and we covered off all of the basics, but I know you've been shooting a lot since then. That was like a year ago. So tell us a bit about what you've been shooting and what challenges you found.
So I've been working on my channel lately, my YouTube channel, and I've also been collaborating with some fashion bloggers. So they've come in, I've done their hair and makeup, and then they styled an outfit and we shot that. And I
triple
also, I'm like a one-man production.
Woman. Don't start the rumor again.
Anyway, so I did a pre-wedding shoot for a friend of mine, so that was really fun. Did some beauty shoots, and that's pretty much it.
So when you're getting clients in or, doing test shoots, whatever, and you make someone over, you're often doing before and after shots, right? So
Yeah, so that's just solely for my business, and I also send the clients like their after shots. So it's a bit of a glam shoot, but yeah.
So looking at the kind of things you've been shooting, do you find a pattern coming out, the way you like to shoot, or a certain thing that you're maybe avoiding because you're not too comfortable with it?
I think, because basically I shoot after I do the hair and makeup, so I really want to showcase my hair and makeup skills. So I'm sort of sticking to one general look with, flawless looking skin, the lighting's nice and soft. So I haven't done many contrasty photo shoots or black and white at all.
Okay.
So
or
I'm keen
more
to-
conceptual stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's good that you've been out there shooting. Great. It's really difficult to try and reinforce learnings if you don't get your gear out and actually shoot. But season 2 is going to be a bit different to season 1. I hope you're up for it. Season 1 was a lot of theory and the occasional challenge. Season 2 is going to be all challenge based. So we've got 12 episodes and 10 of them are going to be based around different genres of photography. So in episode 2, we'll actually be doing beauty, start off softly, something you're a bit confident with.
Yes.
And running through my different tips and techniques, suggestions for her to improve her beauty photography, things that she'll want to try out. Then we're actually getting in a professional model for you to do the shoot. You'll get the challenge on the day. For all of the episodes, we'll be going through the theory, and then I'll issue her with the challenge to do there and then. And you guys get to come along for a real photo shoot. We will also be traveling around the world for this one.
Yep.
So we want your interaction. 10 different challenges, 10 different genres. We haven't fixed all of them yet. So at mattgranger.com, under each of these videos, there's a place where they can leave their comments, leave you some feedback on the kind of progress that she's making, any suggestions you have of what we could have done differently, as well as suggestions for future episodes. We really want to make this interactive. This is about, a community here, and we want to be able to encourage you to go out and help teach your friends photography or to develop along the way with Tina. So
right.
it's going to be pretty big. Are you ready for it?
Sorta.
Okay, well, you learn through growth, right? By expanding yourself and trying things that you're not confident with. If it was, can you do a beauty makeover on someone? Of course you can. You do it every day. We want to do some things that are new to her and a little bit challenging.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Hey guys, thank you for downloading the director's cut of Educating Tina.
So I assume you've downloaded this because you saw at least one or maybe a lot of the YouTube versions. A couple of things. We had so much fun filming this series. Tina learned a lot. I really, tried to give her some big challenges
And some of them were very challenging, by the way.
Well, as I said, and this is a takeaway for everyone. There's no point increasing what you already know by 1%. If you want to grow and learn, take on something you don't know how to do it, learn how to do it, and there's your growth right there.
Definitely.
So a couple of things to point out. We filmed a lot. So each of the episodes were filmed over half a day, some a little bit longer. So we had loads and loads of content. You probably saw the production quality of this series is way up. We had the production team, Dope Source Media, doing the filming and editing, and they're doing the editing for this one as well. The reality of YouTube is, and especially for this one where we were trying to make it half entertainment, half information, it needs to be short and snappy. So there was a lot of tips we filmed on the day that we ended up having to cut out, and then other things just for the flow of the episode to keep it down to a watchable length, which, more than 20-25 minutes on YouTube it's getting a bit long.
It's a bit too long and people tend to drop off after.
Yeah, no matter what people say, the analytics don't lie. A lot of people drop off even after 6 or 8 minutes. So in those episodes, we were focusing on, keeping it punchy, keeping it smooth, moving along, and infotainment. For this though, we're really trying to make it heavy on the information. So that means that the snappiness may sacrifice a little bit because say we may have filmed 12 tips for an episode and only put 8 into the YouTube clip. We want to put those other 4 back in, and then I'm actually going through and seeing, so what other information can I add in there? Where can we add another montage with voiceover to give you more value? Where can we film something like this on the sofa to augment what's already in the episode to give you even richer understanding? And something that we didn't do in the YouTube clip because it would have made it really long, I'm actually going to be giving extended image feedback on each of the challenges. So, as I said, infotainment in the challenges where I would say to Tina, you need to make a magazine spread. And at the end of it, she would pick out her best images and show you a great spread. That wasn't fake. That were all shots she took and edited and put into a layer. But of course, there's fails along the way.
There's plenty. I'm just going to warn you now, there are plenty of stuff-ups, but you make a mistake, everyone's human, and I learned a lot.
It's part of the process. So I want to go through and show you, so these were her final shots, but then here's some that just totally didn't work. Here's some where we were testing and give you a voiceover at the end of each episode, an image review, giving you a much richer experience of what it was all about. And something Tina pointed out before, you may not go and shoot a beauty portrait in the grass, or you may not shoot a pole dance competition, but there'll be ways that you can apply all of these skills to your own situation.
Definitely, don't feel like you have to actually set the same shoot and go shoot a pole dancing competition. You can use the same techniques in the episodes, but adjust it for other sort of scenarios and shoots. So that's really handy.
And it's not gear dependent really. It's about technique and trying new things. So this series was Tina was shooting with the D70-100 and the Tamron 16-300 lens for most of it. She shot with some macro lenses for the macro and the 70-200 for the pole episode. But exactly what Tina said. So you might have a local band playing at your pub around the corner. Still, it's going to be low light situations, cramped environments, maybe challenging colored lights to deal with. So all the learnings from that episode you can take out to apply to your own situation. So watch it with that in mind. I hope you get a lot of laughs from the series and a lot of learning. And jump on in. There's lots ahead of you. 10 challenges, intro, and then the conclusion with the expanded Lightroom tutorial as well. Cheers, guys.
Educating Tina Season 2 is brought to you by Tamron.